Hello. In this video, we are going to be reviewing how to dynamically format a cell within an Excel template. In this specific example, we are going to be using the finish upper column to change the background to gray when the value is blank or 0. All right, and we do have two finishes listed here, one with an upper and one without, just so that we can see what that change looks like. So to make this change, first we're going to open the Excel template, and then we're going to go to the config sheet. So here, under column H, we have the format group. Column H is where we specify the format name, and then column I is where we specify the format definition. The name can be literally anything we want. In this case, I'm just going to call it gray. And to define the format, we would change this cell's format to whatever format we want to use. So in this case, the finished cell has a border, so we want to have an outside border, and then we also want to add a background color of gray. Okay, so once we've finished defining the format, we can start using it. Note that you can have any number of formats you'd like. So each row represents a different potential format name and definition, so you can define as many as needed. Now, to apply the format, we would use one of the existing format expressions. So there's format cell, format row, or format column. So format cell only applies to the current cell. Format row applies to the entire row, whereas format column applies to the entire column. In this case, we're looking to just format a single cell, in this case K23, which is the finish upper cell where we print the actual value. So first, I'm just going to show what format cell looks like when we're using it. Now this is going to be a non-dynamic. It'll apply to the entire cell always, but this is how you'd use the expression. So it's format space cell, and then we pass the name of the format that we're looking to apply. If we used format row or format column instead, it would follow the same format, where you say format space row, then passing the format name, or format space column, also passing the format name. All right, so let's go ahead and save and just take a look at what that looks like. Okay, so we can see that the cell is now printing in gray for both of the rows that were generated. So the next thing to do is to modify it so that this value or this format is only applied conditionally. So to do that, we're going to add an if specifier. So we can say if, and then we can check the job finish is filtered. And we're just checking to see if this is equal to 0. And if it is, then we print out, or rather we change the format to gray. Let's save again and go back and look. Okay, so now we can see that that condition is only being applied to this first cell, whereas the second cell has a value, so it's using the default format. So that's it. That's all you need to know. Do note that you don't have to use the current cell's content to decide the format. So in this case, we are checking the USpec value, but we could check anything from the job finishes table. We could also check anything from any other related table that's available, such as the job card. So anything that could normally go in an if, we can check, and then we can use the outcome to decide if we want to change the format or not. All right, thank you.